Hello Panthers, welcome back to the Sagan News Network. Here are the headlines for this week. The Canadian Liberal Party has named its new leader, Mark Carney. Carney has formerly worked as a Goldman Sachs executive and managed the Bank of Canada, as well as served as the special envoy for climate action for the United Nations. Interestingly enough, he has no prior political experience at 59 years old, but his chances of being the next elected Prime Minister of Canada seem to be increasing. He also notably spoke about standing up to American tariffs and Trump's desire to absorb Canada as the 51st state. The U.S. stock market has taken a hit following Trump's escalations in his trade wars, shaking up the global economy. Major indices like the Dow Jones and the S&P 500 have fallen, while a number of tech companies have remained more or less steady. The S&P 500 in particular has fallen and climbed a notable amount in the past week due to Trump's economic policy proving to be unpredictable. Mahmoud Khalid, a pro-Palestinian activist, was arrested by ICE agents in connection to his role in protests at Columbia University in New York City. Khalil has a green card and is married to an American citizen, yet is being held in an immigration detention facility where he awaits a trial that could potentially lead to his deportation. Green card holders possess many of the same rights as U.S. citizens, however still can face deportation for committing certain crimes. The Department of Homeland Security cited Trump's executive order prohibiting anti-Semitism as part of the reason for his arrest. Trump argues that protesters forfeit their right to stay in America if they protest for Hamas, a designated terrorist group, which the protest coalition has voiced support for on occasion. However, this sparked controversy as many argue that Trump is stripping Khalil's First Amendment rights. The TSA at a New Jersey airport caught a man trying to conceal a turtle in his pants. He was brought aside to be further questioned by authorities, however no reasoning has been given to the public so far. Now I know what you're thinking, and yes, the turtle was alright, and surprisingly no, the man was not from Florida. Lastly, U.S. military aid to Ukraine has resumed following signals that Kiev would be open to a 30-day ceasefire with Russia. Marco Rubio, our Secretary of State, said the agreement does not include any concessions and calls for the permanent end to the war. The deal will be shared with Russia and it will be up to them to accept it. That's all we're covering this week. This has been Sagan Randall reporting for SNN. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, stay informed, Panthers.